But if we look at a couple of them, smart components, that's the video in the top middle. If you're not using that, that came out in 2006. Okay? And that's where you can have a part as part of your library that when you drag and drop it into the assembly, it's going to do things like automatically size itself to the new situation. It's going to potentially apply other features, like maybe a hole in another part to accommodate itself. And even add in other components like fasteners to attach it with one drag drop, more or less, maybe 2 more clicks. But you get the idea. The middle one is our fillet and draft experts. So our experts came along, started to get developed back in 2007. And if you were a user before that, it really changed the game for us because you could literally window select every edge on a part and say, I want a one flat rad on it. It's going to do it because SOLIDWORKS will figure out how many features to put it in to break it up so you're not breaking the design intent. Same with draft expert, knowing to put it at the right point in the tree without me having to think about, I got to roll back to appease the software and then put the draft in and then roll back down so my fillet doesn't look funny on it. It does it for us. And in the bottom video there is just showing us the Kim expert, which came out in 2008. And that was just our ability to create nice, uniform-looking drawings with a lot less effort, right? Automatic spacing for us, nice leader positions, and so on. I guess one other one, because I'm going to talk about it later through the presentation, is FeatureWorks. That's probably one of the oldest ones. That came out in 1998 plus. That was my first release. Anybody with me on that? No, nobody. I'm the oldest one in the room. Dang it. All right. That was my first release, but that's where it started. And this was our amazing tool. And it got iterations of changes throughout the years to reverse engineer that affectionately termed dumb solid, right? Bring in something and add features to it so it's easier to modify. So again, a lot of great features and functions that we've developed over the years. If you're not recognizing some of them, reach out. So enough of the past, let's get to today. We'll talk about AI and SOLIDWORKS today. So I hope nobody's interface looks like that, right? This is just to prove a point that since over the last 30 years, 31 years, I guess now, since 1995, SOLIDWORKS has added a ton of features and functions, right? A lot of tools been added. So again, SOLIDWORKS has always been a leader as far as making the interface easy to use for anyone. So what we did I'm going to name off versions to see an idea of like, when can I grab this? Because sometimes we can't always upgrade to the latest and greatest, but in 2025 Service Pack 1, we introduced the command predictor. So if you turn that on now, you'll see there's a new tab that's going to be on that panel there, and it's going to automatically swap out the tools or the buttons that you have access to. So it sees, oh, you're in a sketch, I'm going to show you sketch features or sketch tools. If I have a feature level, you're going to see maybe features, maybe you're going to see reference geometry, the measure tool, something that makes sense. All right, so again, it's just our way to simplify the interface, reduce the number of toolbars. We don't even need to swap between the tabs anymore because one tab that's going to do it all.